Beautiful souls, join us in this video on a little journey into Ra consciousness, Ra libraries of light, and ascending with this beautiful, benevolent, higher realm intelligence. My gorgeous friend Paulinka, aka Linka, aka Paulina, depends on how you choose to relate, is a profound and beautiful channel. So for those of you that are aware of this, my gosh, you know. And for those of you that are jumping onto this video and you're new, Paulinka has been in big initiations and gone through many upgrades and preparations in order to be able to channel a specific consciousness. The consciousness is Ra consciousness. And Futumatani Hatanaxiai, gorgeous Paulinka, if you could please share, what is Ra consciousness?
Ra consciousness is the consciousness of unity itself that is being shared with us and originated from the central galactic sun. And when we refer to the great central sun, we are not meaning the sun that we see here as the star that gives us opportunity to be alive and activates many different fibers of our being. The consciousness of oneness coming through the ray of light from the great central sun is activating the universal intelligence within our system fully. So the messages and the frequencies of this infinite stream of consciousness is activating rapid ascension within not only human consciousness and us as individual souls, but also assisting planetary ascension, assisting ascension of this particular galaxy and others, and at the same time, universes. So when we are receiving information and frequency and data into our field from the great central sun, it realigns all levels of our consciousness back to oneness, back to unity. However, not by blending us with this infinite white light, but translating this light into precise data and information. So when we are speaking about Ra consciousness, we are speaking to and about the intelligence of the sun that is the central figure in this universe and other universes. So by activating these streams of light in our system, we are opening tremendous access to libraries of light, not only within our soul, oversoul matrix, monadic field, but the consciousness of source itself, and realigning, activating the full capacity of our brain structure to the 100%. So this is when we're truly opening up the superhuman potential. It sounds a little bit sci-fi and it sounds a bit, it's like, oh, great. Is it really possible? Yes, it is possible. However, it means that we have to truly go into full mode devotion towards ascension and completely recoding, recalibrating, and rearranging the nature of our consciousness. So Ra frequency is very powerful and profound, and it's my great excitement and my honor. It's actually a huge chunk of my life mission to be channeling this intelligence. So I'm very excited myself.
So absolutely, thank you. That's so beautiful. It's interesting because, you know, for a lot of us, we have associated Ra consciousness to Ra, the sun god of Egypt. And, you know, share a little bit about this. You know, if you can share a little bit more about this as to how Ra consciousness got translated in this configuration. Or a better question might be, what really was the first contact with Ra for our planet?
Beautiful. I hope it's okay that I will be sharing the message in a slightly different way than just talking about it, because I feel the strong presence of this intelligence. So I'd like to share this with all of us. So I will be closing my eyes and just receive it as it is. It's not so much channeling the Ra, but blending my frequency with this type of intelligence. So the first contact that has been initiated with the planetary consciousness was during the first cycles of formation of Gaia as consciousness. So the first blueprint of communication with the great central sun has been deeply infused into the crystalline matrix, the actual core of Earth. So that was the first session of the contact with this central sun, because our planet is actually coded with this intelligence. However, the codexes and templating are stored within infinite streams of consciousness within Gaia template, and that are to be activated throughout the entire cycle of ascension as planet and humanity as well. So that was the initial contact. The second part of the contact, which was mainly a continuation, was in ancient Mesopotamia. This is the timelines that we and you as humanity refer to the great mass awakening and great timeline for initiation into the mystery teachings, intergalactic, interdimensional mystery teachings. So the being that us as humanity refer to as Ra God and Ra deity, it can be actually perceived through different angles. So first we need to understand that when we are dealing with the given history of humanity, we need to understand that there are some presence of distortions, and the accuracy of that data is not 100% authentic. So every time that the messages have been channeled, they have been channeled through different filters, systems, and also some information has always been hidden, sealed, and kind of concealed from the mass of consciousness of humanity, and also kind of adjusted in a way to control, curate, and navigate the process and the flow of evolution of humanity. So much was only revealed to this extent because humanity needed to go through all of these cycles that we have gone through. So the second contact with the Ra consciousness, which was the continuation of the first one, was during the ancient times of Mesopotamia, where this consciousness was activated profoundly through mystery teachings, mystery schools, and there was a vessel who is a very particular type of soul frequency, who has given permission and accepted the invitation from this frequency and intelligence to be the vessel and the messenger of Ra consciousness. This is what we refer to as Ra deity. However, this consciousness has been split into different beings, and within the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensions, different beings were communicating. So if we are to be looking at the density of up to fourth dimensional plane of existence, majority of humanity refers to Ra as a sun god. However, this is a hybridized being which is co-created with Draco-reptilian consciousness and Anunnaki consciousness, not within the lower, like hellish realms. However, the really good amount of distortions was present. So this is when we are looking at the third and fourth templating of communication with Ra. So of course, the teachings that were shared and activated in ancient mystery schools, they were deviated and distorted because that's the nature of duality. So it's not that the consciousness of Ra was sharing this, the channel was channeling these particular frequencies. Within the fifth, sixth, and seventh densities, this is where the vessel, the consciousness of this particular being, who was devoted towards channeling and sharing this frequency of Ra with humanity, was sharing messages about oneness and unity and downloading precise technologies and information, how to cooperate with galactic consciousness, how to activate our universal consciousness, how to cooperate with teachings of stars, and a lot of sciences that we are as humanity now using and operating on actually shared through that particular channel. However, that was not mainly shared to the mass of humanity, the collective field. It was channeled and given to precise organizations, channeled and given to I would call them genetic technicians or timeline keepers. And then there is another, of course, higher realm consciousness of Ra, that was channeled through more enlightened states of this particular vessel. This is when we are speaking of the Ra as a sun god, the one who was bringing information and data about solar alchemy and how to alchemize the nature of our consciousness, how to co-create with infinity itself, and understanding that infinity does not mean full transcendence of spirit. It means that the spectrum of rays of light that are shared with humanity and are available for us to interact with, they are used as a learning teaching medium. So when we are identifying ourselves with humans, we are kind of putting ourselves below everything that is above what we can see with our eyes. And this is the ultimate truth of the distortion. So the higher realm wisdom and the teachings of Ra within those timelines that were shared is how to open and how to understand the teaching of oneness. This is why nowadays when we are speaking about Ra and when we refer to Ra, we always understand, and this kind of resonates with the law of one, the law of oneness, the law of sovereign light made manifest. So these are the first two initial contacts. And when we are speaking about eternal consciousness, it's very difficult to pinpoint in a linear time when was the initial contact initiated, because different dimensional fields, they are operating with time matrix differently. So I can say that it was 5,000 years ago, and then it was actually 12,000 years ago, and so on. So linear time does not really apply. And then the most recent contact was a couple of decades ago in the previous century. Now we're in a different century. This is when the Confederation Ra, which is split consciousness and initiated contact, was from the sixth density, was attempting to communicate with infinite vessels. And however, only some vessels were receiving the invitation to co-create and communicate, yet the distortion was strongly present. So Ra was the actual teachings of Ra from the sixth density were extracted because of the strong presence of infiltration, not within these particular channels, however, the infiltrations on the global collective level of humanity, consciousness of humanity. Right now, as we are moving into more refined frequencies and we're learning how to alchemize the nature of our consciousness, simplify it, it means that the more frequency of light is available for us to actually tap into, understand, and embody. So, of course, right now we all are being initiated into more of our spirit mastery and spiritual maturity. I use this term a lot. And at the same time, learning how to communicate with frequency, because frequency is intelligence. It's not just photonic lights that are floating around us, but this light is actually teaching us something, and it is learning through us as well. So understanding that everything is a teach learning device. And another attempt that was created during all of these timelines was while the first seeding of souls into collective consciousness of humanity was initiated. This is when different ethnical groups were created. So some star nations were coming from the Sirius B and the planting starseed consciousness within the matrix of Earth. Then there are different indigo rays of light, and the founder races mainly were co-creating with planetary matrix, and at the same time the Ra consciousness was acting as a vortex of light that was activating, initiating the uniqueness within different species. Yes, beautiful souls, we all look the same, however we have different DNA strands, and we have very different unique soul codexes. So our appearances can be very deceiving. We can speak the same language, however we have own uniqueness and own soul libraries that are to be shared. This is how we reach completion and fully merge with oneness, when we reveal ourselves to the world and not only being guided by this particular soul codex or another soul codex, when we actually blend our light into oneness. So all of this was initiated by the vortex of light that was shared with the great central sun frequency, seeding and activating galactic universal consciousness within all of us. And if we are to scan the field of collective history of humanity, we can see that, yes, the timelines kind of match with ancient Egypt, ancient Africa, Mayan civilizations, and also rise very precisely co-creating with Atlantean and Lemurian soul groups. And it has always been on our planet. However, the difference between vibrationary sounds and the frequency is now being more expanded. So now we are getting to having opportunity to truly receive something that is more refined, something that is appropriate, and something that takes the entire cycle of ascension into a more accelerated and a different pace.
So beautiful. Oh. And if you could please tune in and share a message, coming from the frequency of Ra that you're beautifully connecting to. Please share a message for the leaders on this planet, those that are truly devoted to co-creating a new earth, devoted to their missions, devoted to ascension, are serving right now. Others doing grid work, have their hearts open to serve in the highest love. Please share a message for them.
If that's okay, if this is appropriate, I would like to blend the frequency with the Syrian frequency, the frequency from Sirius B, because this way this message would be able to be received by more hearts on our planet, and it will tap into appropriate streams of consciousness within more people. All right, let's do this. I'm excited myself. All right. So as the memory seeds atoms are now being activated within the depths of your subconscious mind, all of you who are receiving this stream of frequency right now into your field, please know that you have been going through many different cycles of preparation in order to be incarnated here on earth, where you're finding yourself to be experiencing the physical contact with the matter. Dear souls, you have already completed many cycles, and this is not the first time you being born into physicality, not only on planet Earth, but similar locations as well. However, this lifetime is very different for you, as the more data that you have accumulated during your galactical travels now is available for you to truly access and tap into. The intention for this session of contact is to awaken the universal and galactical consciousness, which is deeply interwoven with the matrix of phase. This is how you refer to this frequency upon your planet. Once again, we want to emphasize and truly share that there is a difference between virtues that you are calling belief systems, faith, hope. Once again, the phase is deeper, knowing that you are interconnected with the entire matrix of existence. And when you are consciously choosing to move from one cycle of ascension, when you are looking deeply into your heart field and connecting to different rays of light within your heart field, dear souls, it is unavoidable for you to move into more refined frequencies within your own sub-dimensional universe. Once again, we are stating sub-dimensional universe because all of you have your own subjective universes, and there are different sub-dimensional hubs, so-called chambers of light, which you are visiting time to time in between incarnations and also while remaining in the physicality, where you are being harmonized, recharged, calibrated, and where you are downloading and accessing more of your soul codex and soul libraries. This is the lifetime for you to truly tap into the universal stream of consciousness and no longer being afraid to transcend the full matrix of duality within your crystalline DNA. The crystalline DNA within your quantum alchemy is now being awoken and activated. It means that you are to remember the angelic consciousness and galactic consciousness, and once again merge these streams of unity consciousness into one. And that process initiates and activates the alchemy within your oversoul matrix, which later invites you to travel into different matrices of your subconscious mind and truly unlock the full potentiality of your being, embodied fully into your physical vessel. We know that for some of you, this message may not make much sense. However, we are inviting you to truly connect to the recording of this session and to re-listen to it once again. As we are speaking about the frequency of the great central sun, it is important for your system to be fully prepared and ready and able to receive the purity of the teachings, the purity of the frequency that acts as a vessel for divine source oneness intelligence that designed to bypass the radical and conditioned mind. That is why, dear souls, it is all in your hands. You are being guided and prepared fully to step now into your leadership ability, to lead your awareness into the radiant light of your soul and oversoul matrices, and no longer be swayed by mass confusion. In fact, the nature of distortion is going to be fully transcended and erased from the template of your being, from the entire blueprint of your soul. And this is where you have to fully say goodbye to all fearful based models of ascensions and models of communication with each other, with self, with source. This is where you are to truly connect and merge with the God self intelligence within you. And as the High Council from Sirius B, we are sharing this information with you in order to prepare your system to truly receive what is already within you. You are not transcending your physicality. You are not dismissing the fact that you are born into the physical vessel, and it will remain so until you consciously choose to vacate your body and move into a different state of spirit. However, for the duration of this cycle of incarnation in the human form and this particular lifetime of yours, dear ones, you are being called to step into more the initiations that you have already been receiving in different ancient mystery schools. Those teachings are now being reactivated in your field because the timeline and the time matrix that you are currently interacting with is requiring your light to be shared in order to activate more profound teachings that are stored within the crystalline matrix, within the mineral kingdom of consciousness of Gaia. This is where the memory seed complex of Ra is fully going to be initiated and activated to the greatest extent that is available for you to interact with. Now we are calibrating the mental field of humanity. So many of you will be experiencing that different distorted memories and unprocessed feelings and emotions from the past timelines are arising from the depths of your subconscious mind and occurring right within your awareness. The intention for this process is to calibrate your understanding of the timelines and bringing all versions of your consciousness and all streams of your consciousness, all fibers of your being to the present moment, so you are no longer identifying yourself with the distorted understanding of human history, as the blueprint of co-creation is stored within the now presence, not within the infiltrated holographic inserts that through which the history of humanity has been channeled before by different vessels who have contracts to slow down the process of ascension of humanity as species collectively, and all sentient beings who are assigned to be supporting and sharing and guiding humanity, including different councils of light from non-physical realms and different galactical federations of light. Dear souls, this is why we are sharing with you that entire universe now is shifting into more refined frequencies, and the rearrangement of many layers of consciousness of this particular universe is now being set up into more accelerated and rapid pace. This means that all species are ascending together, side by side as one unified family. That is why opening up the perceptors and receivers of unity and oneness consciousness within your biological blueprint is unavoidable, and the shifts are taking place within your DNA, and the cellular subatomic structures are happening now. And this is all for the higher good for all beings, including humanity. You are part of this beautiful cosmic day and celebration, and we are loving you and celebrating your courageous choice to be vessels, messengers, and pillars of light on humanity. Dear one, we are strongly encouraging you to make a choice and act upon your faith that you are moving back into the radiant light of oneness and unity consciousness. You are being prepared for so long. This is the time to truly step and let go, step into the full potentiality of your leadership. You are the leaders of the new earth, as you refer to this particular universal and planetary cycle of ascension. Let go of the walls of protection that you have built around your hearts and move fully into the faith, courage, and devotion of your spirit that is truly devoted and aligned with the radiant law of oneness.
Such a beautiful and powerful message and set of codes, and what a gift. Thank you. And those of you watching this, listening to this, the invitation is to receive this message again. as there are many, it's a multidimensional message coming to you at many different levels of consciousness. And yeah, if it excites you, please receive this again. We would also like to take this moment to invite you to join us in a profound and incredible leadership ascension journey. Oof. We have co-created a beautiful program called Eternal Code. Some of you may have already heard us talking about it in other posts, and even if you have, listen with new ears, because potentially you have been in preparation for this, and it could be this message that completes that preparation for you and has the light inside your heart fully shine bright, guiding you to join us. Eternal Code is a 7-month, extremely beautiful, benevolent, higher realm, sacred leadership and mission embodiment journey. And we are co-creating really deeply here with 6th and 7th dimensional expansion, which means this is the first place that Paulinka is going to be sharing and channeling and sharing channeled teachings from Ra consciousness. She's literally been in preparation for this for quite some time. She's shared messages with me. In the past, it's literally just been her, like having all of this beautiful material, like beautiful codes come through and not actually having someone to share them with yet. And so we would geek out over what was coming through. And honestly, the most profound, high frequency teachings that I personally have ever had the honor to also receive and co-create with. And so we share this video with great excitement, and we also invite you to join us in Eternal Code. Eternal Code begins in just under a month, starting in Greece, in Ikaria, on a special, beautiful, sacred island, which is a portal to the celestial realms, and co-creating within sections of this island to receive initiations. The purpose of this is for you to receive the initiations of your beautiful celestial and God Goddess avatar into your field. It's to have your channel expand so you can co-create with greater precision with Gaia, with Source. And part of the Ra teachings and Ra initiations that you'll be receiving through this journey are to support you to be a pure vessel of light, a channel that's sharing unique libraries of light onto this planet. And those unique libraries of light are literally the additional building blocks of what is the expansion of this planet and the universe. We, if you are feeling the call, are the ones who are receiving these initiations to anchor the new codes, to renovate the very architecture of this beautiful benevolent planet, galaxy, and universe. And if it excites you to receive very advanced initiations, to be an even more pure channel of light, to co-create at an even greater level with Gaia and Source light, and of course, to receive beautiful teachings from Ra consciousness that are anchoring with great precision for, you could say, the first time on this planet. Then somewhere around this video will be a link. Please click that link. Somewhere in that link will be another link for you to book a call with one of us to talk about if this journey is truly in alignment for you. And in that call, we will beautifully, with your permission, co-create with your higher selves, your light team, accessing your higher timelines to see if you are to join us on this mission, this powerful, beautiful ascension journey, and receive your initiations of celestial God Goddess avatars and the co-creation with Ra consciousness, plus so much more. There's so much more information about this journey. If you feel it in your heart, join us, because oh my goodness, the more beautiful sacred leaders that are embodied on this planet are serving as pillars of light that fully stabilize Gaia's new grids, new ascension grids for all. And these are grids that are co-creating with love, with harmony, with unity fully rewriting the old architecture of ascension that was co-creating. Shumatani hatanaksiak tiana hatai fututututu with scarcity or fear or futumata iktiana hatanaksiai shututiana hatanaksiai fuf, or even what we would perceive as suffering, dark nights of the soul. So, oh beautiful ones, shu, join us. Is there anything else you want to say, Paulinka?
Yay, of course. I'd love to share that those of you who are missioned to be leading the way into more refined energetic grids for humanity and for collectively and individually as well. You have these templates of co-creation with universal potential and the electricity and the manifested and unmanifested electricity of source. So this is very interesting frequency and very interesting consciousness that is already inbuilt in your system. It has been installed in your system before you were born as a soul. So as a soul, you have this template to be incarnating in different energetic grids, in different cosmic locations, with the purpose of reactivate the new consciousness on the planetary sphere where you're finding yourself to be incarnated. To simplify the message is that this codex of initiation and activation of the leadership and bringing the collective consciousness and individual consciousness of humanity into new time spectrums of light and into new different energetic grids is already within you. So during the program and the retreat of Eternal Code, the raw consciousness and the great frequency of the central sun would be activating those templates within you. This is where we will be scanning the field of your soul and the blueprint of your soul and truly activating the pathways and realigning the meridians of leadership back into the alignment with source. So this is where the potency of your messages as a leader, as the speaker, as the channel and a vessel, a pillar of light would be increased and calibrated. So your organic field and your sovereign soul essence would be shared to a greater extent. This is the amplification of your leadership abilities. However, not only on a personal level, because it's not a like coaching program will be like go 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 encouraging you, of course, as fun, yes. However, the energetic dynamic that would be shared with you and initiating you during the Eternal Code is truly to realign and awaken the blueprint of a leader, not for only for humanity, but as a way shower of the galactic consciousness, universal consciousness, because you are coming from the field of ascended masters. You have already mastered so many times being a leader, being the voice of light. So in this Eternal Code program and in the beautiful career retreat, we would be working deeply with the planetary grids of Ascension, working with Portal, which is deeply connected to working with portals in your consciousness. So we would be opening up new portals into the depths of your consciousness and activating your soul's libraries of light. So you can access, you can learn how to scan them with great precision, to receive from them, to understand them, embody them, and then share them just by being an embodiment of your soul light. And on top of that, sharing your beautiful message as a way of creating your expressing your creative power. So beautiful souls, this program is truly profound, and Gaby and I, we would agree that the frequency of this energetic container is very exciting, very, very powerful, and something that is truly unique. And it is our great honor to be connecting with you and already feeling you in a quantum. So we are inviting you to truly tune into your heart and to see if you are ready to become the most empowered version of you that you have been so far, and to truly step into your leadership as you are born to be, as you were created to be, as God and Source intended you to be.
Beautiful. Oh, much love, everybody, and check out the link. Mwah.